Very good evening to everybody. Welcome to Eclectica, the different news in yet another fantastic episode. I say fantastic because I think you can already see my beautiful, gorgeous guest beside on the screen. And today I have a very interesting thing, very interesting learning from Miss Sobin, Mrs. Sobin S. Gupta, where she is the founder of the Times of Biotech and she's a nutritionist. Welcome, Sobin, and thank you so much for accepting my invite and coming here and giving your time to me and also to my audience.
Good evening, Dr. Garge, and hello to all the viewers who are watching this live broadcast. And thanks a lot for giving me this platform and like letting me uh, share my skills and the knowledge with the audience.
Yeah, I think we have a lot to learn from you in terms because today what we are trying to understand and talk about is health and fitness because this is the month which I thought, Sabin, that all festivities are coming and we will eat so much of junk. We'll be tempted actually, so much things are there. So this month actually I kept the theme as all like health, food, health, fitness, something like that. So all the interviews would be kind of related to different aspects of this, either the science or the general things. So today I think I have many questions for you, Sobin, and I hope you don't mind asking me all those.
Not at all. Not at all.
Thank you. Okay. So first of all, Sobin, I know you're from the background of biotech, and you have been doing these times of biotech, which is a wonderful thing that you are doing. And maybe with time we will come to know more about it. So but apart from that, I follow you on Instagram, and to all my audience, if you see Sobin's videos, it is very inspiring. You really feel motivated that I sometimes,
Thank
I mean,
you.
I also feel like, okay, no, I should do something about fitness now. So coming from that thread, my first question to you is that, okay, whatever is your academics and professional thing and whatever, so what inspired you to become a health coach at that point? Yeah.
Okay, so my life, first thing I would just like to say, health is a topic. Like millions talk about it, but very few actually follow. And
Correct.
years back, I was one of them actually. So my life used to be like, okay, what you call as a comfort,
Hmm.
eat whatever I want. Like you said, the festive season, lot of sweets,
Yeah.
wear whatever I have, the pretty so-called pretty dresses,
Hmm.
family, enjoyment, everything whatever you say, I had in my life.
Hmm.
But then with the time, I that all the comfort and everything what was there was started becoming like an illusion. Like I'll
Hmm.
tell you, I used to eat, but then a discomfort used to come. Like I started getting IBS problem. Then
Oh.
uh, yeah, and then if you talk about this, like after IBS, वो बोलते हैं ना कि like फैलना. You must have heard
Correct.
that one dialogue from that Tanu Wets
Right.
Manu, अदरक की तरह फैलना. That is the
Exactly.
thing what happens like when you eat like a uncontrolled way and do
Agree.
you don't have any motto of like having a health goal. Still,
Hmm.
you feel like you are so healthy because you are young, enthusiastic.
Hmm.
But well, from this, do not draw a picture that I'm kind of a lazy girl because at one point of time I have also been into judo, a martial art, and the NCC cadet. But I would say that one point come in your life, and that point was like MSc, and when you think that no, I need to focus on my career. All these things are wasting my time. So now let's focus on career. So this time what I'm talking about, this was the time
Hmm.
things went on. uh, COVID came, you know, the quarantine. And as long as I was putting on weight, I was not feeling comfortable into my own skin. I started
Hmm.
cursing myself, the
Hmm.
curse. And when you curse, and sometimes most of the time what you do, like 99% people do that, neglect the what actually is happening, over like curse yourself, like let go. Okay, nothing can be done.
Hmm.
same way at that time quarantine, I remember like I was locked in the some other part of the country, and my half of the family was some other part of the country, and I got COVID. And that was a like the most important part, or I could say the difficult part for me.
Mm.
That whole thing, that young enthusiastic girl who can achieve anything, vanished. Like I was not able to recover for almost 7 to 8 days. So that time I realized something is wrong, something is fishy, which what I've been following, or what I decide, what I thought that I'm going to be like the uh, having a really like you can say the dream life. Actually,
Mm.
that is not happening, because my health is not like really supporting with me. My immune system is not supporting so much that I was not able to recover from a fever. COVID was
Correct.
nothing but a fever, a
Exactly.
viral fever. So
True.
there is something wrong. By God's grace, I recovered. And
Mm.
then I decided, no, this type of life I don't want to live. I
Mm.
need some changes in my life. And then time I decided, if you see, if I was living the comfortable life, then I want to go into the uncomfortable thing. That uncomfortable, if controlling our craving, doing some physical activity, although some society when it comes to the career building, we think that we are wasting our time, the same time I can use for somewhat productive thing. But that actually doesn't happen. When if you want to do anything productive, your health should support to that
Absolutely.
product thing what you wanted to do. So the time, that was the time when I started reading a lot. I read, then I came across some online nutrition courses. I
Mm.
enrolled for it, I did them. And then after finishing those courses, then I started experimenting on myself. Whatever I
Fantastic.
learned, let's experiment. That was the only thing what I was left with. So after a course of time, I started getting a nice positive comments from everybody, my family and those who knew me.
Right.
And that time it struck me, why to restrict this skill to only to me? Why only transform myself? Why not others? Why not all my brothers sisters who are looking for help? Why not help them? So this is how my the journey of being health coach started.
It is very, very inspiring, Sobin, and I agree with you 100%, or rather 500% when you say that when we try to achieve something in life, whatever it may be, it might be career, it might be anything, what so-called success we call, life is
Yes.
greater than that. And the most important thing is that we all know it is a very age-old proverb, health is wealth. So I think the most
Yeah.
important wealth, most of the time we don't focus on it, we focus on other things. You said it correctly, and your journey, your story is fantastic. I think this is going to inspire a lot of people today. And what you did was something phenomenal, because you, I think because you are a biotechnologist, that comes in your or, that experimentation is by virtue. So that the
So
scientist,
yeah.
that scientist mind. So I think
And
it is, yeah, it is very
yeah, that
interesting.
is that experimenting thing is like from the we learn from the science. And
Correct.
whatever you say, whatever you want to do, you need to prove it. So
Prove it.
that was the thing. That's
Yes.
the thing I.
It's fun. It's real fun. So, Sabin, I just to like, can you tell us about how, like, let's talk about, because today we are talking about fitness and health. So, how does your typical day look like when it comes to fitness goals? Like, I'm sure that you have certain fitness goals, and that is how you achieved where you came with your health right now. So, how does your typical day look like?
Actually, Dr. Gargi, I would say I never consider fitness as a goal, because
Very
when you say it as a goal,
nice.
there is a 50-50% chances either you will achieve it or you won't.
Mm.
I say that the fitness is part of me, part of my life. So when you are making it as a part of your life, there is a probability of 100% that you will do it. Just like other work, like if you have 9 to 5 job, then you will go to the job no
True.
matter what. So make it, so this is like the quick tip for the all the viewers, that make it as a part of your life. Don't make it as a goal. Anyway,
Correct.
coming to your question,
Mm,
my day is nothing different than from what other people, like everyone out there watching, has.
mm,
Work, family, everything is the same. The
mm,
only difference what I have is I follow intermittent fasting, and without any fail I do exercise, and that exercise can be even minimum like walking an hour.
mm.
Nothing like you just have to go in the gym and like do the heavy dumbbells. No, that can be even simple as like I will, if I don't have time to go to gym, I will walk work out, or do some yoga at home, or like just walk. About
Correct.
coming about intermittent fasting is that how I manage that, because if you talk about intermittent fasting, lot people listening to the name they go, because they think that it's not possible, it is not achievable thing. You must be knowing. So
Yeah.
what I do is I don't do take breakfast at like early in the morning. Instead, I dedicate that time for my workout. I
Okay.
Yeah, I do, like I eat between 11 to 12. Now,
Mm,
lot of people will be there. Even you must be thinking, how
mm,
can you miss breakfast?
mm-hmm.
Obvious question. So, to answer that, I would say, what is the meaning of the breakfast? The definition itself says it is the first meal of the day after a long break or long
Correct.
fasting. So I'm just not following. It's just that the only difference between what I'm doing and others doing is I'm not following that unset time that 8 o'clock you need to have the breakfast. I'm
Mm,
just having my first day or first meal of that day at between 11 to 12. So that is also my breakfast. Either you can also call lunch. But
mm.
that is how I maintain my 16 hours of fasting.
Okay. I think my next
Yeah.
question is related to that. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So that is how the things like work for me, and that's how I manage.
Yeah, I think what you said, there is lack of two things. One is awareness among the right information about all these things, and some people, we have certain notions when we see or hear certain things, Sobin, particularly when it comes to this dieting, yoga, meditation. See, all these were existing from years long, but it's only
Long.
now that it has kind of industry has come up like that. So in this kind of a world, I think it is also important that we know the right thing from the right person and follow the right path, because otherwise things can toggle down as well. Yeah.
Actually, we are not following the process. We are
Hmm.
following the name, the big fancy names what have been given, and we get scared with the name itself. That is
Correct.
the problem.
Correct.
Diet. If I talk about diet, if you said this word diet, first only you will say, I don't like to do diet. But
Yes.
you are following in every day. You are having your meal is a diet. Either you call
Correct.
it as a diet or your lunch, breakfast, it's the same thing. Now what matters is like what you are intaking at that particular time. So
True.
this is the difference actually. What age old, that time they didn't give any name like some fancy diet, intermittent fasting, they just used to follow the process.
Correct.
So this difference is coming.
True. So yeah. So in the same thread, my next question is to you is very direct. So as you already mentioned about intermittent fasting, so can you explain us in a very like in a simple way, like what exactly is this intermittent fasting? And with that, I will also, since I am from the healthcare, so always this question would be in my mind, like, is this intermittent fasting thing good for health?
Okay. First thing, I won't be explaining you the technical terms of intermittent fasting, because it is at your fingertips. Just Google, write intermittent fasting, you will get all the list of technical names. What is
Right.
alternate fasting, 16 hours fasting, everything you will get. I just
Mm.
have a one question for you and even for the viewers. Do you charge your mobile phone every minute Or
No.
you can, in a simpler word, do you refill your car every
Hmm.
next petrol station which is coming on your journey?
No.
Do you?
When it is empty, only when it, or it is less, or when it is required, that time we will do that. Yeah.
That's true. So why are you doing the same thing, that refilling again and again, the most complex machine on the earth? In fact, you can create any kind of, you can create rockets, but you can't create a human body, a living human body. Though I'm not talking about the robots, of course. So
Yes.
yeah, so this is the most complex machine. So if you can't create it, why are you playing with it? The mobile phone, car, all the gadgets are so much, like we can't live without it. And we take care that we are not charging it every minute, because it will go dead.
Correct.
After the some time it will go dead.
Hmm.
But we don't apply the same knowledge on our body. We uh, uh, we got the fragrance, some smell, nice smell, okay, pakoras are being come, chalo pakode khate hain, अरे चाय का टाइम हो गया, let's have this burger, let's go there,
Hmm.
irrespective of thinking that just a minute ahead, or like 15 minutes back I had one meal. My digestive system doesn't need so much, it is not meant to do so much of work. Let me
Correct.
take it this way. We think that once we took our lunch, we think that okay, after 3 hours are done, my stomach is empty. But you don't understand, after that, that food goes to the small intestine and then large intestine. In small intestine, it takes 3 to 8 hours to clear, because small intestine has to absorb all the components from that particular food, whether it is micronutrients, macronutrients, protein, anything. And then
Correct.
after that 3 to 8 hours, that food goes to large intestine, where the process of this digestion completes. And in large intestine, you will be surprised to know that food stays for 14 to 16 hours, 60 hours. So the whole process
Hmm.
actually takes 18 to 72 hours.
Okay.
And we think within this 3 to 4 hours, our digestion is done. So here comes the intermittent fasting.
Okay.
Intermittent fasting is nothing but you are giving a gap, or a like you can say a break between
Hmm.
first meal and the consecutive next meal. And
Okay.
this gap will actually take time to digest what you have eaten previously, and
Hmm.
then go for next lot. Whereas what you do, you just keep on
Putting
dumping
stuff.
garbage. Of course, whatever you are eating, if the process is not complete, it's a garbage, it is a waste for digestive system. You are
Exactly.
not giving. So what it does, it will put somewhere into your stomach or on your biceps, or somewhere it will get accumulated, because it
Hmm.
is not being used. So this
Right.
is the main concept. You just have to give, like when you charge for the first time 100% your battery, and you wait till get it drained till 80% minimum, at least before 80%, like it exhausted, nobody I think put for the charging. Actually your phone
Correct.
is doing intermittent fasting, and same thing you need to do.
Fantastic.
So
I think this is,
as simple as that.
yes,
Like
I
you
think,
don't have to understand all the big word terms and big things. This is as simple as that. Understand, just compare yourself with the that machine, because this is also a machine.
correct.
It's just,
Absolutely.
it's just
I
that
think,
you are not able to see the process happening inside.
yes, and I think it is very well explained, Sobin. And I think the way you simplified all the concept, and you broke certain myths, this is amazing.
um,
More
I
people
think
come and contact you now.
and one more thing, like you also asked, like you, since you are from the health background, you always work on benefits. Okay,
Hmm.
let me tell you. Benefits is like this way. I'm not going to tell it, it prevents cancer or diabetes. You search
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
I'll just tell you one thing. It is working on your gut. It is making your gut healthy. And if
Hmm.
you know, 70% of disease start from gut. This gut, this digestive system, what you say, it is connected to your brain, heart, whole body. So if
Correct.
you are keeping one purse that king of the your health, that's who is responsible for 70% of diseases, if it is not happy with you, you know how many diseases you are preventing. So the
Absolutely.
benefit is immense.
Fantastic. Yes, I agree with you. So, just for like out of interest and curiosity, I'll just ask you the next question. So, is there any general diet plan that you would suggest for someone who wants to lose weight? Very simple thing, because this is something which everybody wants to achieve. And from today, I take on note, in very important note, that I'm not going to keep it as a goal. And I agree with you. You know, when if it's a goal, it is not going to happen.
Happen.
Actually,
No, no, I'm
yes,
not saying it's not going to happen. It will happen. It does happen with the people. But the
yes, but the
probability
is
comes down to
yes.
50%.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So, Sobin, is there any general diet plan that you would suggest for someone who wants to lose weight?
Actually, if you go to say, there are a lot of different names. As I said, we have given each things, we discover something, we give name. So there are a
Correct.
lot of diet plans in the market.
Okay.
But one thing to be sure, I'm not fan of any of them. I believe in everyone, but I'm not fan of one particular diet,
Hmm.
because I believe in this. If you I'm eating a rice, I will get certain components, carbohydrate, fiber. If
Hmm.
I'm eating some vegetables, all the components, whatever you eat,
Hmm.
everything has some or other components which is required for your body.
Correct.
It's not that you will not get a, if you skip one,
Hmm.
other thing will, like if you are skipping carbohydrate, fat and protein can't do the work of carbohydrate. Your cells need glucose to run.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to tell one particular diet plan, or I'm, since I don't follow any.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the like the combination of everything. Everything, whatever is named as food, has some or the other benefits. And if I want to have something like the high protein, maybe I will. The easiest one will be the egg.
Mm.
So, and if I want some other like iron content, easiest one will be the palak. So
Palak.
these
Yeah.
are the things which are readily available in our culture. So you don't
Correct.
have to actually go and hunt for weight loss or remedies. It's available. Now, what you need to do is you need to follow a thumb rule, which I'm going to tell you now. The thumb rule is simple. If you are filling your plate, fill the plate with the components which are like readily, once condition is it should be available, like you should be able to get from your nearest market.
Mm.
Another thing, it should have low calorie value.
Mm-hmm.
And thirdly, it should satisfy your hunger, because without satisfaction, nobody does anything.
Yes. True.
So, how are you going to do now? And the main rule, I would say, the main thing when you talk about weight loss is like this is the only thing that you have to go calorie deficient. Now, what does
Mm.
calorie deficient mean? Now, it doesn't. It means when you eat 1,000 calorie, you need to burn 1,500 calories. You have to do so much of physical work. And if you are
Mm.
not doing physical work some or the other manner, you need to do, because that 500 calories gap what you are going to burn,
Mm.
it's going to be burned from your stored fat. So that's how you are going to lose weight. The ultimate goal of losing weight is like you want to lose your fat cells.
Exactly.
Fats, not fat cells, extra stored fat, not all the fat cells, because it's very much important to have like for humans, if you know, 12% of fat is
Mm.
compulsory, because we go through a lot of roller coaster kind of life cycle, if you know. So
Yes.
you just can't say that I'm going to eliminate all the fat.
All the fat.
No,
Yes.
it's important. Ev-
Correct.
Everything is important. So uh, coming back to thumb rule, actually thumb rule is simple. You take your
Mm-hmm.
plate. In that plate, see that your 1/4 plate is filled with the protein. Anything,
Okay.
dal ho sakta hai,
Mm-hmm.
egg, anything. You whatever you it takes to you, whatever you like. Either if you are vegetarian, go for that, and then chana, whatever. If you are non-vegetarian, meat, anything.
Correct.
One fruit has to be whole grain. And now whole grain means like it has to be from the whole grain actually. Don't go for starchy like any maida or something like that, processed food. Whole grain,
Okay.
carbohydrate.
Mm-hmm.
And half of your plate has to be filled with the green vegetable and fruits. If you maintain this, you are
Mm-hmm.
not going to have any problem because this is known as full of nutrients, full of nutrition what your body is asking for. And
Mm-hmm.
one more point I would like to add, you in the beginning you said that it is a festival time, you feel a lot of craving. But when you
Right.
have a balanced diet, that craving don't come. That craving
Mm.
comes when you are having an excess of one only one particular component. Mostly it
Mm.
is carbohydrate. So that
Yes.
craving comes from that. Actually, it's not asking for carbohydrate; it's asking for other components. But we keep on like eating all the burgers and all this the fast food. So
Yeah.
that's how things goes on. So that craving will be satisfied.
That this is very I mean, the information that you have shared right now is very useful, and I think even for me, a lot of myths are, just is just popping off like bubbles when you are actually explaining things. And I think these are certain areas that are very gray to people. And as I said, that right information should go from the right person, and in that way I congratulate you, because you are doing a fantastic job in spite of being
Thank you.
2 3 things, I mean, so multiple things you manage, and you are very aspiring in helping out people in this way. So Sobin, what are the most important things that a person might follow in this era? Like, we are still in the pandemic, we are not away from it, as a whole, because this is something which our world has seen, which has, I think, never happened before. This kind of a deadly or dreadful era that we all struggled, and we are still fighting. So what are the most important things that one might follow in this era to remain healthy and fit?
First thing I would say, see, the key role, like you, if you want to be healthy, you need to eat because health start from the kitchen. So whatever you cook in your kitchen is going to define you.
Right.
So make sure that what you are cooking in your kitchen, what you
Mm-hmm.
have in your fridge, do you have the soft drink bottles or you have a coconut water? That will define what your health is going to be. So
Right.
it's not about the pandemic, or it's not about like when the world was free we used to like hang out a lot and we used to like mug up the junks more. In fact, during the pandemic things have gone down,
Yes. Yes,
right?
true. Correct.
So anyway, I am not supporting the pandemic. Even I am fed up. I just don't want to be. Like I feel that God should bless us and we should come out of this very soon. So anyway, so that is more important. So
Mm.
now it's coming. When you are cooking, just
Mm.
think that one person. I know that every person is not a nutrition, and every person doesn't know about each and every component of a particular food. But we have
Correct.
some common, we have from our ancestors. We
Mm.
know one particular thing that some things are important, like dal.
Right.
So every common person knows that if I want to fulfill my protein requirement, I will go for that.
Mm.
If I want to have this a carbohydrate, mostly we take rice or chapati,
Yes.
right? So
Correct.
whatever meal you are having, home cooked meal, have
Mm.
that, rely on that, and like I said, follow that thumb rule,
Mm.
the thumb rule of the nutrition full plate. Simple as that. Okay, after that, many people see that why not burgers? What happened this Western world? Everybody is eating burger. But my
Mm.
friend, you don't understand one thing. You are having full plate meal and then you are
Mm.
eating that burger. Right?
True.
So because
Correct.
we Indian can't
Hmm.
live without rice and chapati.
Right.
We are
Yes,
not
yes.
going to skip for the burger, because if we eat burger we won't feel full, but if we
Correct.
eat one chapati we will feel full, like we are
Correct.
going to be full. So this
That.
this is why that becomes a junk. One of
Hmm.
the most, like the major reason. I'm not
Hmm.
going to go for the unhealthy thing what exactly goes behind that process, but I would say this is the simple thing you need to know. And if you don't have to follow, like you don't have to say that I'm following this intermittent fasting. You have to just think that okay, I refueled myself, I need to give some gap so that I will my body will use that particular thing whatever I have given, and make sure it is nutritious. Apart from that, we are like evolving in very fast changing world. Most
Correct.
of the sorry, we do many, we are like engaged in a lot of things, job, family.
Hmm.
So at that time we say the one most common dialogue we have, we don't have time, right?
Right.
So but you need to get time for yourself, for you, because tomorrow your body won't have time for you.
Correct.
Most of the time if you see like what happened, we earn a money till the
Hmm.
point like 30, 35. If you are good enough, 40. After
Hmm.
that we spend like the most part of it into the hospital bill. So let's not. And yeah, but in this course of year like 20, 30 years,
Hmm.
whatever bills you are paying, even it will not take one fourth of it to keep you healthy. Just you need to spare some time from
Correct.
that your busy schedule. So just take some time, like if you are not able to get most of the time, just do one thing. When you are coming from the office, get down a kilometer ahead of your house, walk from there. How long does it take
Correct.
staircase. In fact, I don't want to repeat the one thing, because everybody knows that okay, you can take staircase instead
Hmm.
of lift. You will be healthy, you will do some physical activity. But
Right.
you need to, it's not important to know, it's important to follow. So
Correct.
these are the few things you need to follow if you want to be healthy. It's very simple, you don't have to go ahead and change your lifestyle. No, you can just incorporate all these things in your life. You won't feel any craving, you won't feel that I'm feeling uneasy. And I'm
Hmm.
telling you that because you are like, and you need to know your body. When your body says you get some IBS, you get some gas, you
Hmm.
should understand that yes, I have a, like a put in, हमने कुछ ऐसा खाया है जो हमारे बॉडी को नहीं सही आया,
Right.
उसको नहीं पसंद आया. So you need to understand, you need to go back, recall what exactly you ate at that particular time. Was
Hmm.
it a, maybe it may be a chapati. A lot of people has allergy with chapati.
Correct.
It's not that they have a celiac disease, but still they
Correct.
have a resistance for it. So
Hmm.
try to just give a second and examination to your body. It will work fine for you.
It is very very interesting thing, and I think I mean it is very nice talking to you, and just that we need to conclude, so I am coming to the last question, but it is so interesting. I think this conversation can go on and on and on. So Sobin, just tell us, like, we are really inspired. I think the audience who are listening, by the way, if you have any questions, we won't get Sobin very often, so you can take best, you can make best use of this time. If you have any questions, you can
Yeah.
put it up right now in the chat. And just Sabin, that you inspired us a lot, so I think we would like to understand about your health coaching services. So can you please tell us more about your health coaching services and how people can contact you?
Okay, there are many people who are like taking diet plans from me. So if you want to ask something like this live session will get over in next maybe 5 minutes. So if you have any questions or something, then you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is Gupta Sobin. And if you have like any queries, and if you want some consultation or anything, you can like follow me, like you can mail me times of biotech 1 at the rate gmail.com, or you can also visit my website www.timesofbiotech.com. So these are the places. And in general, if you want to even know about me, then you can also follow me on LinkedIn. Like, I'm active everywhere.
Yes. So, so thank you, Sobin, for your time, and whatever the contact details and Sobin's ID website, I'll be putting up in the description very soon of this particular video. So I don't think you can just go in Instagram. She's really active, and I also follow her, and I feel very inspired seeing her videos. So thank you, Sobin. Thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you, and I think I'll catch you again in the near future for such a lively conversation. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thanks a lot, because you gave me this opportunity and this platform to like interact with the viewers, your viewers, you, and it was really lovely talking to you. Your questions were really good, I must say, and those questions made me explain so many things and actually go in dive deep into it. So thanks a lot for inviting me.
Thank you, Sabine. It is my pleasure. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Take care, and take care of your health. And as Sabine said, don't make it a goal. Make it a part of your life. Make fitness part of your life.
Sure.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.